So it's a few things that I want to touch on real quick. And it's so crazy because I know that when I get around water, I get like downloads, and I feel like, especially when I'm in the shower, things just be just in and out of my mind, in and out of my mind. And it's so crazy because as soon as I don't even think I got out the shower good enough, and God was like, you need to say what's on your mind. And I was literally about to start recording with my towel on because I didn't want to lose my train of thought. That's just how important I feel like what I'm about to say is to whoever is watching this, but whoever also feel like it resonates with them. So anyway, first things first, I feel like ever since Donald Trump, and not even Donald Trump, ever since just any president for that matter, I feel like a lot of people start getting very like scared, allowing propaganda and fear take over them, and start feeling hopeless and like, you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of times the government feeds off of your fear, whether you know it or not. And I say this a lot to people, which is one of the reasons why I stopped really watching the news. Like, I'll watch it here and there just to stay a little bit abreast on what's going on. But as the saying goes, you're in this world, but don't be of this world. Is that how it goes? I'm of this world, or you're in this world. 1 second. Yes. So be in this world, but not of this world. Relate that to, you can pray or worry, but you can't do both. So, I try not to let what is going on in the world affect my emotions and how I move. The best thing to do is just prepare yourself, stay grounded. And being grounded is very, very important, because in times like these, like whether people know it or not, my mentor from years ago told me that before the pandemic even hit, that World War III was going to be very spiritual. So with that being said, it's very important that you stay grounded, you stay in your body, stay present, and, stop watching the news 24/7 and stop like just allowing that to dictate how you move, in the sense of moving in fear. Move strategically, have a plan put in place, but don't allow that to like you just feeling like, because I just see it every day, like, oh my God, he's doing this and he's doing that. Like, okay, we get it. I don't want to see that every day. And that's why half of the time honestly, I be unfollowing people. And I try not to be on social media as much. I try to cater my timeline to what I want to see on a daily, like something that's going to uplift me, that's going to feed my soul, some valuable information. If it's not funny or if it's not valuable information, then I don't really want to see it too much. So with that being said, it is very important, two things: discipline and obedience. Like, those are two very valuable things that because without either one, like, life is going to be crazy. One, for me, I know for a fact that discipline has been a major factor in my life, and obedience. Just like now, when God told me to move and told me to, like, you need to record. And he's been telling me that. Like, that, I mean, that's to be heard, So, obedience, yes. When God tells you to move, like, even if he's telling you to fast, if he's telling you to remove yourself from around certain individuals, if he wants you to go in isolation for a while, then that's what you need to do. If he tells you that you need to leave your job, just anything. And that's why it's important to stay grounded, so that way you can hear him and not second guess yourself, because second guessing yourself can cost you your life. And that's why it's important to stay grounded. It's important to be obedient, and it's important to have discipline. And also, when it comes to being with people, partners, friends, or whatever, your group, it's important to be around people who are on the same wavelength as you, especially relationship wise. They will bring you down with them. I mean, that's another thing. Women and men going against one another when y'all don't realize God didn't make us for no reason. You know, we all serve a purpose for one another. So with that being said, you know, everything is an agenda to keep us separated. And if you know your history, then you know that they, especially in the Black community, they do things to keep us divided. And there's a few other things that I would like to say, but I'm going to keep it brief. So this is the time to strengthen yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. If you don't have a hobby that pays you, if you don't have a niche, if you don't have a side hustle, if you don't know people in your neighborhood, it's time to get to know them. If you don't have a bartering system in place, you need to start getting a bartering system in place. Like, this is all stuff that I've been talking about years ago, but I just really feel like, just like I said, with me just seeing everything online and how people are just acting like they don't know what to do and just acting so hopeless. If you are led by fear, that is a problem. I mean, it's a very, very big problem. And if you do feel like you have anxiety or whatever, you need to ground yourself. Whether it's practicing, doing yoga, meditation, breathing exercises, breathing work, journaling your thoughts, whatever it takes for you to get grounded. Like I said, times like these are very important. I feel like not enough. I mean, there are people speaking up, but I feel like when you are meant to say something or do something and God is telling you to do it and you don't do it, you have blood on your hands. And also I feel like when you are meant to do something or lead people a certain way or, you know, do whatever it is God wants you to do and you don't do it, you will suffer. Trust me, you know. But anyway, like, that's just what I wanted to say. And if this resonates with you, cool. It's meant for whoever that is meant for, you know. But like I said, stay disciplined, stay grounded, and be obedient. Period.